Hey y'all, it's Nerdy Doll Girl here. So before I start this video, I just have to say I've made this video like 3 times and deleted every one because I just cannot seem to get out what I'm trying to say in a logical manner. But anyways, I will try again. So before I start, I just wanted to share a couple little projects that I've been working on. First, I wanted to show you guys that I have wiped the face up that I did on my first ever face up from Doll North. Unfortunately, when I did it, I used the wrong supplies, so it didn't really turn out the way that I wanted. So now that I have the right supplies, I decided to try again. It's not perfect, and you know, there's definitely areas that I want to improve, but I'm still proud of her. And I wanted to sell her so that I could buy another head and practice more. So I'm very happy to say I did sell her to my dear friend Raquel. So hi, sweetie. So but I'll show you guys her, and I do have to say I'm proud of myself for doing it, but I will never buy another vampire head unless I've become really good at it, because I don't recommend buying your first face up head to be with an open mouth and teeth, because yeah, it's a pain in the butt. But anyways, here she is, and she's got kind of like a punky face up. I'm really actually very proud of my eyelashes. Sorry, sweetie. Put you over here. I'm actually pretty proud of my eyelashes. I think that... No, it's not going to focus for me. But I'm pretty proud of them. And yeah, I think I did okay. So I'm happy that I finished her and that she's better than she was before. And I'm excited to start practicing again. And then I have a new project that I'm working on, and it's actually for some very special people. So I'm not going to give away who yet, but I've started doing little paintings. So I found these cute little canvases at Walmart, and I'm like, you know what? These would be awesome to paint up and give, because they're just so tiny and cute. So I've started painting one. It's a lady, and she's got a little necklace, little pearl necklace, and a little dress, and I'm still working, so the pearl necklace will be more detailed, and obviously she has no irises yet, but it's a start. I haven't painted in a long time, so for me, I'm trying hard to not be too hard on myself. I want it to be perfect, and so far I feel like it's not perfect, but it's a start. So yeah, I'm excited to try a new project. So I thought I'd share this with you guys. And yeah, so if you can go to Walmart and find them, they're a really cute little size to work with. So Azriel is here to help me talk about this topic. Hello, sweetheart. So I do not like to get involved in drama. I do hate when people say, I don't like drama, and then they do drama. Everybody gets drama in their lives. Everybody has areas that they need to work on and that they can get prickly about. I know I do. But with regards to the doll hobby and stuff, I try really hard to just stay out of the drama, because I want to separate my hobby from other people so that my hobby is my hobby, and if there's, you know, crappy people that are in the hobby, that I won't let it affect me. But the problem with that is that I have lots of amazing people in my life that are my friends via Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. All of you, my beautiful viewers, I've had some messages and conversations with you guys, and there is a lot of hurt, a lot of upset going on. And so I just wanted to talk about that. I don't really want to give my opinion per se for other people to, you know, make judgments on. Because, like I said, I'm just keeping my feelings as much as I can out of it. But there is a discussion to be had. So what am I talking about? Obviously I'm talking about recast versus pro artist. I have only ever bought legitimate dolls. That being said, I am not going to have a witch hunt on people who have bought recasts. It is not for me to judge other people. I have my what I do, but I do not feel that it is my right to scream at somebody else. And I wouldn't scream at them anyways, just because that's just not the kind of person that I am. But I kind of just believe that you should live your life the way that you feel right for. So, but the problem is that nobody else seems to believe that, or if they do, we're in the minority. I have never bought a recast. The reason that I have never bought a recast is not because I'm a saint and all those who buy recasts are going to hell in a handbasket. I've just always bought from companies. That's just the way that I work. I'm an artist. Maybe not the best artist by other people's standards, but I'm an artist. I do know how much work is involved in doing art and creating things, and so for me, the thought of somebody taking somebody else's art and, you know, reproducing it for a lower cost, I would much rather buy it from the person who actually made it. Does that mean that I can get all the dolls that I want? Absolutely not. There are so many dolls out there that I wish I could afford that at this point in my life I will never be able to afford unless I sell all of my dolls to get it. And I'm just not, I don't want them that much that I would be willing to do that. So I know that there is recasts of, you know, the really amazing dolls like Zoom, and well, there's a recast of pretty much most really expensive companies, right? But for me, I don't know, I've just never been interested in a recast. So, you know, to each his own. But it is, I must say, it is very heartbreaking when you involve real people. So this beautiful man here, Azrael, he is one of a kind, face up and head. Well, the head is not one of a kind. Like, you can buy, I think you can still buy this head, but they were limited, by Angel Toast. So she did the face up on this glorious boy, and she sculpted the head. And I have to say, meeting her and getting her to sign him and you know, just oohing and awing over him. She said to me how much it meant to her that I was giving him a loving home. He had been hers for a long time. If you go on her Instagram, you will see pictures of him when he was called Raven, I think, or at least that, maybe that's just the head sculpt, but she had him as Raven, and or Crow. Anyways, but you know, so buying him, I was willing to pay the money to have him and buy him from her. To me, I feel like that is really special and wonderful, and you know, I wish everybody could do that. But I also understand that some people cannot do that, and they wish to still own the doll but not have to pay as much. And I get it. I do. I get it. There is a doll head. I can't remember the lady's name. I think it's a lady. But he's an amazing sculpt. He's I think he's a bat or a gargoyle. I don't know. But he took her like months and months to make. She spent all this money getting, you know, him produced. She does the face-ups on him and everything. And he just recently got recast. And it broke her heart so much that she feels like giving up. And, you know, that really upset me. Because, you know, no one who works hard and puts, you know, all this passion and everything into a doll or anything should have to have somebody turn around and you know, steal their hard work and make it their own, or copy it, really. So, you know, that was very upsetting to see. And, you know, even though I only buy legitimate dolls, I don't believe in making a witch hunt either. Unfortunately, because of all this going on, people have used it as a weapon to hurt other people, not just in discussions about it, but also as a way to bully someone. So for me, like I said, I've never bought a recast. And if I had, it was unintentional. Because I one time bought, I ordered some heads off of Taobao. And when I ordered them, I said, you know, are they recast? Because I don't want to have a recast. And when they arrived, they were kind of sketchy looking. And even though they had said they weren't a recast, that they don't buy recasts on Taobao, like if there is one, they will tell me and they won't buy it, they looked sketchy. And I bought a bunch of them so that I could paint them. And at that point, again, I didn't have the right supplies, so I was just like, I tried, and I didn't have MSC, or Mr. Clear, is that right? Yeah. So I just painted like right on the doll. I didn't, you know, try and put anything on it first, so it was kind of really bad. So I ended up listing them. I wanted to sell them because I thought I wouldn't want to do face-ups anymore. So, being naive, I went on Zone of Zen, which if you don't know what that is, it's a BJD discussion board. And so I put them up there and I said, you know, that these were for sale. I bought them off Taobao. I have no clue their real origins. I asked that they would be legit, and the agent said they were legit, but because they look a little weird, I am just saying right now, I would not say 100% that they're legit. And I thought, okay, well that is covering my basis. I am telling people I don't know for sure, but this is what I asked for, and blah, 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 blah. And I got a lot of nasty comments on it saying, well, if you don't know, you shouldn't be selling it on here, and blah, 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 blah. And I was really taken aback. I was like, oh my goodness, like, I'm so sorry, but I thought I was being correct in saying this. So like, I took the post down right away. Because like, it was just only like 2 or 3 people who commented like that. But then this woman, she she couldn't let it go. She went around telling everybody that I've been selling on eBay for like, oh my God, 20 years. A long, long time. I don't know if it's been around for 20 years. Anyways, a long, long time. And so she ended up saying, do not buy from Tiffany. She sells recasts. And she actually banned me from one of the doll groups on Facebook and just pulverized me for doing nothing wrong. In my opinion, I did nothing wrong. And that was horrible. It was a horrible experience. I could never go back to that board, not even because of what she said, but because, and feeling like people wouldn't trust me, but just the hurt that I felt because she did that to me, and how people just turned like on a dime. I had been, I have 100% feedback on eBay. I am very obsessive in like my packing, and I ship right away and all this stuff, and I'm trustworthy, and I had so many friends on there who would back me and everything, but all of that crumbled by one person's comment. And so even if I went back on there now, it's been like 5 years or more, I couldn't feel safe because I don't know if she's just gonna go, oh my God, it's her, like blah, blah, blah. And I've been in this hobby a long time, and so I was able to move past that and, separate that from my hobby. But it still hurt. Well, with this whole thing now, people are using that even more so to target and hurt other people. If they have a disagreement with them, if they have a misunderstanding with them, there are people that will go, okay, well, I'm going to say they buy recasts, and then they're going to be screwed in the hobby. Why? Why would you do that? People who buy recasts, I am not going to be mad at you. I am not going to yell and scream at you. I am not going to judge you. I am not holier than thou. And I know that there are going to be people who are upset by that because I'm not sticking up for the artist. But to be honest with you, I am. I am going to say right now, I buy legitimate dolls. I buy dolls from the company. I have never bought a recast personally. But that does not mean that I have the right to yell at somebody else because they did. Or even to judge them because they did. Because for me, I don't judge another person for that. Do I wish that they knew what it does to hurt and how it hurts the artist or affects the other people? Yes, I do wish that. Yes, there are some companies that are huge, that make tons of money. And honestly, the cost of resin compared to the cost of the actual doll is substantially different. So, you know, that is why some of these recasters are able to take a doll for like a $600 doll and recast it and sell it for $100, is because the resin is not what costs the money. It's the production, it's the people working on it, it's the artist's, you know, paycheck and all that sort of thing. So they're able to sell it for cheaper. And yes, there are big companies that we feel, oh, well, they have enough money, they can just, you know, who cares? But, you know, it still does affect the company. It still affects the market, because if you want to have new dolls and new sculpts and you know, uniqueness, like my Azrael, like the bat head I was talking about, those are going to be coming from artists. Those are going to be coming from their thoughts and their creativity and stuff. And even if they work for a big company and they make these new sculpts, there will be a lot harder for them to be motivated to make new sculpts, to make new dolls, because if you put all of your energy and creativity and everything into making a doll, you do want to not feel like someone's just going to take it. But some people buy recasts. They have their reasons. So if someone buys a recast, don't crucify them. Tell them why you personally choose to buy from the company, from the artists. Live your life by example, not by hatred. And even if you live your life by example and people still choose to buy recasts, that is their choice. They are not murdering people. They are not hurting puppies. They are not, you know, yes, they are hurting the company. Yes, they are hurting the artists, but they have their reasons. They have their, you know, they have to live with whatever choice that they make. Not to say they're horrible, evil monsters that are sinners and they will get their comeuppance. It's just we cannot judge what another person is doing. You know, like we can't. So, and then if you suspect somebody is buying recasts and then selling them for as real, you know, legitimate dolls, then talk to them. You know, and if they say no, it's real, then do your due diligence. You know, I want to see the COA. I want to see the box. I want to and then if you end up, you know, finding out that they did have a recast, then, you know, do what you need to do to get that money back and to solve the problem. But do not use that as a way to bully people. Don't turn that into knives and arrows throwing at people. I know people who have bought a recast by mistake because they were new to the hobby or what have you happened, and they're terrified of the backlash. And nobody should have to be terrified in this hobby. So I just wish people would be kind to each other. Everybody has their beliefs. Everybody has their way of doing things. And even if you don't agree with another person's choice does not mean that you should treat them like crap. There are people that are pro artists that are lovely, amazing people. There are people that are pro artists that are nasty people. There are people that are recast owners that are wonderful, lovely people. There are recast owners that are nasty, mean people. It has nothing to do with the doll they bought. It has everything to do with who they are as a person. And I don't know. It's just, it makes me sad that we're having this discussion still. Like, it just, I don't know. It makes me sad. Me again. Sorry. Just was getting very emotional about all this. Just the last part I want to say is people who own a doll, no matter what doll it is, legit or recast, they have a special bond with that doll. And when you talk negatively about a doll because of the fact that it's not legitimate, it hurts the person who owns that doll. So even if you don't agree with recasts, even if you don't wish that they were out there, there is somebody who bought it and who loves it. And that is important. That is part of what makes this hobby so amazing, is having something you can love and be inspired by and all that sort of stuff. So at the end of the day, it is somebody's special doll. So remember that before you attack people. Remember that whether it's legit or not, your opinion is your opinion. Your stance is your stance. But let's stop hurting other people with it. Okay? I love you guys so much. I hope to not get too much backlash from this video, but if I do, I do. I just want to make people know they're not alone. I do not judge you. I do not think less of you, no matter where that doll comes from. And my personal buying style is nobody else's decision, nobody else's judgment, and I certainly don't feel like I have the right to judge you. And if you love your doll, love your doll. That is what this hobby is about. If you're new to this hobby, love your doll. We will support you. I will support you. I just want people to be happy. Okay? I love you all so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Me again. Sorry. Just was getting very emotional about all this. Just the last part I want to say is people who own a doll, no matter what doll it is, legit or recast, they have a special bond with that doll. And when you talk negatively about a doll because of the fact that it's not legitimate, it hurts the person who owns that doll. So even if you don't agree with recasts, even if you don't wish that they were out there, there is somebody who bought it and who loves it. And that is important. That is part of what makes this hobby so amazing, is having something you can love and be inspired by and all that sort of stuff. So at the end of the day, it is somebody's special doll. So remember that before you attack people. Remember that whether it's legit or not, your opinion is your opinion. Your stance is your stance. but let's stop hurting other people with it, okay? I love you guys so much. I hope to not get too much backlash from this video, but if I do, I do. I just want to make people know they're not alone. I do not judge you. I do not think less of you, no matter where that doll comes from. And my personal buying style is nobody else's decision, nobody else's judgment, and I certainly don't feel like I have the right to judge you. And if you love your doll, love your doll. That is what this hobby is about. If you're new to this hobby, love your doll. We will support you. I will support you. I just want people to be happy. Okay? I love you all so much, and I hope to see you in the next video.